How do you win a game that feels lost already? Sometimes games of Dota can look terrifying, and while there's no set in stone rules for how to win games that look like that, there's definitely a couple of tips we can learn. One of them can be seen right now. Some heroes like Void, CK, and Terrorblade have really long spells that have to be used at the right time, or let's say that when used at the wrong time can be game losing. Miracle was already 10k gold behind at this stage, and while his team tries to engage on the Morphling here, Miracle helps but never touches Metamorphosis. While the fight looks promising at the start with the buybacks, Miracle already retreats and focuses in pushing the side lanes. Against that draft, Miracle really needs more items to be effective, so using Metamorphosis on a fight that doesn't seem to be necessary is quite risky, especially when you consider how much mobility Radiant has, so they can quickly disengage and just wait the Metamorphosis out. As his Ogre gets dove into your force, look how Miracle only has eyes for the top lane, he's pushing with the Manta Illusions. And bottom, where he sends another Conjure Image. These scenarios are the hardest for newer players. You have your spells, you want to use them, everyone is dead, your barracks are falling and you just panic. All Miracle can do right now is watch and have patience. And that's okay. Roshan is up, so even if Miracle is quite farmed, trying to defend here not only has like a 2% chance of working, even if he defends after Metamorphosis is over, Radiant can just Rosh and the game is even harder because they're gonna do the same thing over and over again. The move that Miracle does here with his team is something low MMR players never do. They group up onto a side lane and they take a tower, while the enemy takes a tier 2 or pretends to be going tier 3. You don't need your team to go for a move like this, but it's obviously better if they are there with you. And after that, Miracle keeps playing with Radiant. Look how he quickly gets out of vision, but he leaves his illusions pushing top. The impression here is that he's either walking back or already TP'd back to the base, but that's not his plan. As soon as Radiant starts showing, he can pressure even more, and boy, he pushes fast. Not only he's in a great spot to lure people back, he makes sure to buy Skadi before going for this play, which pays off seconds later, so keep watching. Because he has the Skadi, not only he pushes faster, which quickly forces Glyph, but look how Miracle plays this. Someone is coming back, that's for sure, and Radiant has a fair share of heroes with AoE. So see how the Manta Illusions are quite far away from him? That's actually a plan. When BH and OD approach, only one Conjure Image dies to the hammer, meaning that he has a shit ton of DPS even after the Astral, but also means OD is low even with BKB, and Miracle lives, getting a kill. The net gain from not going back to base when Radiant pushed not only gave him a tier 3 tower, but a kill on the enemy mid-hero, and a tier 3 being down right now is crazy, because before they only siege one tower the entire game. Later on, Radiant decides to push top, but note that Miracle sees the DoD is dealing with Illusion's bottom. So while top is pushing, he never commits Metamorphosis for the defense. It obviously helps that Morph gets taken down instantly, but once again, we see a lot of discipline in how Miracle uses the spell. The real power spike for Miracle in this game is obviously BKB. Now that Sunder costs mana, OD is a really hard matchup for the hero, and while he finishes the item, when he stops by the Roshan pit, a series of unfortunate events happen. Pango baits Will-O-Wisp and quickly blinks away. Then his Ogre gets stuck in a terrible spot, while Scotto gives away Will-O-Wisp, so even though Miracle feels really strong, has BKB, and Roshan is going to be taken, he just has to run away. You see, they have Swashbuckle, they have Waveform, they have Track, they have Astro. It's just way too much kite. For Miracle to commit to a fight, he has to be sure it's a fight worth taking, and with Ogre dead and Will-O-Wisp down, pretty much all of their control is gone, so he has to give it up. This is one example of a fight that any Terrorblade that picks it up would lose the game instantly. This is not a flashy play, but it's a key one, the fact that he doesn't go for this. The play obviously is not jungling, he has to address the lanes. You can see that he kinda keeps on Illusion close to the mid lane, but Radiant was not Roshan yet, so it's hard for him to cut that wave, but ideally he would like to, and he's forced to run bottom. See how he separates the Conjure Image illusion here, so when the Pango addresses the wave, he doesn't know about the next illusion coming in. Miracle did a lot of this, which separated Radiant and slowed their pushes quite a bit, and he's only here because of doing this over and over and over again. Finally, Radiant groups for another push, and we can see Miracle spending his money when that's confirmed. Terrorblade is a hero that cares very little about buybacks, kinda like Sven, and unless he gets bursted away from a fight, which is not the case at the moment, they're gonna fight right here, right now, he just buys a Crystallis to see if they can finally get a good fight. This is a beautiful fight, mainly because of how chill Miracle is until the moment he uses his spells. He's not the one engaging, first of all. As we already talked about, Radiant has way too much mobility to kite him, so what he wants is to respond to Radiant's initiation or to burst someone before they can flee. When Radiant commits for the barracks, Miracle has an Abaddon, so he knows he doesn't have to BKB or panic, and he gets E-bladed for a second, and when his Ogre gets the stun, Miracle goes in, but without using BKB. E-blade is on cooldown, and the only thing he fears is either Rolling Thunder or the Hammer, but both have animations he can predict. When the ball comes, he BKBs, and you can see the difference the Crystallis made in the fight. He kills Rubik here, as the BKB is wearing down. In case he didn't have the item, he would probably get stuck in the Will-O-Wisp and Rubik would live. I think we mentioned this enough, but watch Miracle running top to defend his barracks. Pangolier ults, he loses 2/3 of his HP, but he just walks top. In fact, even when he gets there, he refrains from using mana while the barracks are falling. You see, they have no glyph, their barracks are down, and if Radiant wants to, they can get out no problem. In fact, if Miracle uses Metamorphosis, the chance that they get Rex and get out instantly increases tenfold. What he does instead is just show up, try to defend, but clearly it was not the right time to fight. He takes a fair bit of damage, but for now, no other objectives are being taken, so he chills. But Radiant starts to play way too crazy, and that's when he matters. He quickly bursts down the Rubik, and that quickly becomes a triple kill, later an ultra kill when Pango decides he can get another Rex. And you know, because of the heavy kiting that Radiant has, Miracle decides that Rapier is the way they can win this game. And you know, spoiler alert, he doesn't win this game. I still think that was the right decision. You know, one constant problem that lower MR players have is lack of proactivity and initiative and just trying to be bold. If you don't make big plays, big results are unlikely to come. So he sells his boots and they smoke as Pango is about to respawn to see if they can get a good fight. The problem, once again, was that Koto allowed Rubik to steal Will-O-Wisp for the 5th time or something. All of the surprise effect of having the Rapier is lost instantly. You see, he was already getting on top of the OD, but then he stops attacking. Then Miracle is controlled for a really long time, and he's forced to BKB because of the Rolling Thunder, but he gets bashed by the Pangolier anyways, and you know, well, game over. That being said, the patience, the split pushing, the fighting are all elements you can use to win your games easier, and you can be sure your enemies are not going to be as strong as Miracle, so you know, maybe just a little bit of this video can be enough for you to start winning games a little more. Guys, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. As you know, we have a 100 Patreon goal going on, and you know, that's really important for the channel because we are trying to give you daily videos about Dota. And for now, I'm the one editing all of this, so it's a huge burden on me, but hopefully we can get there. Thank you all for, being here. Make sure to tell what you think about the videos, what you think about the content lately. Thank you all. Have a good one. Bye.